It became clear during the week of June, let me see, 24th, that the functionality of my left hand was beginning to disappear. It first showed up in the tennis courts with Rosie and Lyle when I couldn't continue to hold a tennis ball. It would simply fall out of my hand as I was trying to throw them some balls to practice hitting. And that if I reached into my pocket, I couldn't tell what it was that was in my pocket or where my pocket was or what was going on. During that week, a fabulous week with Griffin and Ten, Lyle, Brett, Aaron, Will, Rosie, and Coco. We had great waves. It was beautiful. We spent a lot of time digging in the sand and building castles. The pictures are stunning. Griffin and I, as is the habit of Menzies men, headed out into the surf. Stormy weeks, there was lots of great waves. And in North Carolina, body surfing usually is not very good. But he and I could head out and just ride some pretty damn nice waves for an hour or two every day. And we did because we do. In those waves, solo, Griffin had gone to shore. I discovered that my hand wasn't where I thought it was. It popped up out of the water in front of me, so strange that it almost like a fish surfing thing. To see that was indeed my hand, but not where my head thought it was. Odd occurrence. At the end of that, I looked out to sea. A wave rolled in. I jumped on my feet, did my best to do what body surfers do, and that is ride it as far and as fast as they can, enjoying the rough and tumble journey to shore. I got in, stood up, turned around as body surfers do, and headed back into the surf because that's what we like to do. When I got back out to the surf, and once again, this thing popped up next to me that didn't seem to be associated with my arm, forearm, or hand, and came to the realization that we humans are so slow often to come to, that my arm was not functioning correctly, and that I had no sense of touch or geolocation. They call it proprioception. That is where this object was. Looked around again, this time with a little more subtlety of thought, and said I probably shouldn't be in 5 feet of water with nice waves, 60 yards off the shore of Emerald Isle, North Carolina. Everybody else was inshore enjoying the sun and the building sandcastles. And I turned around to come in and wander up to the beach, grasping my left hand and realizing that if I didn't grasp it, it was just going to fall by my side. Griff saw, I could see it in his eyes, that something was clearly very wrong. And I headed to where the gang was and expressed that for whatever reason, nervous function in my left arm was pretty much shot. This, I think, would have been on Saturday, and we were departing on Sunday. And we headed to the airport, to the hotel in the airport Sunday, and then on Monday we flew to Burlington, Vermont. I think it was Sunday. We flew to Burlington, Vermont. That flight went fine. I was a little lightheaded, but all in all, it went fine. We got on the plane, we got home, and we got home. And I'll pick up in just a minute.